Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another World War II 172 scale. Today we're going to continue on looking at some of my terrain pieces, diorama style. Terrain made so you could put it on a wargaming board, but also can look good as sort of a standalone piece. Diorama, we've got some soldiers out for scale and a vehicle. Got a Sturmgeschütz or a Stug. Let's take a look here. This particular piece is made out of paper, and then I apply a ground cover, which is, in this case, I like to use sifted peat moss, and then I've got different appliques on here for vegetation. Some of the lichen, and then some of the pieces you cut into larger tufts or bushes, in this case dried. And this was a different variety of that, where it's more like a little stick-like structure. And then this could be moved around on the board. When it goes on the board, I don't have it out now. This is just the base board. I put down different terrain mats, and they blend in a little bit more with the pieces. Let's move this one over to the side. This one has some nice trees in it. These all get stored in a tote. Best my ability to put them in, so sometimes the things get a little bent, so you gotta straighten them out. This one is on a cardboard base, and I made this one to look sort of like a road or a pathway through, because it has a little bit of little tiny hillock. And I also made it look sort of like a little opening of a cave. That's a neat tree type. Different. I use sometimes the plastic, and sometimes I like to leave it just as is for a little shiny, like a light effect on it. Different materials. Use a lot of the from the train company, the Woodland Scenics. This has base terrain. It's a little different, and this was some ground up like balsam. So this is kind of neat. Put a fellow on there. Let's see what they look like. Someone could get right in there. So this could count. It's bent up over time, but you can kind of unbend it. It count as a nice little standalone diorama. Look at that one. First look at these. These were plastic forms. Could be like hills. These would be impassable to the vehicles, so only men could climb up and get up in there. And then there are also line of sight obstacles. Tanks could hide behind, move them around depending on how you want to set the game up. Have a terrain. Could have like a pass, where they'd be going through on like a dirt road. Kind of neat. And then let's take a look at this one. This one is also done on a paper base. I've got some of the little flowers there, some little pieces I put on to look like stone or log or stone. Different materials they sell to attach. There's one of the materials, and then I coated it with one of the textures. And then this is again sort of a pass. Could be a little roadway. Put the vehicle on there so you can see what we're looking at. And that would be good, like almost for Bocage in Normandy. Very narrow pathway for a vehicle to try to go through. And like I said, they look good as just as a display, diorama style. Looking there, very nice. You can make some nice pictures. And then I don't have them out right now. I just have plain black backdrops. And I do my own backdrops that are painted with textures, so that helps blend in with what you have. That looks nice. So you're getting sort of a ground view of what you'd be seeing. You have a soldier coming along with it. These are some of the loose ones. I normally put them in 1, 2, or 3 on a like a 1-inch square base. A nice commander. This is a metal kit. Got some nice things on the back there. One of the rare buckets. It's hard to get buckets in this scale, believe it or not. Some boxes and crates. This one's a nice sand with the just red bound instead of the full 3-color camouflage. Have that against that. See how that kind of blends together and start to form a larger scene. Put them together. And then you could always use a little bit of loose lichen and stuff to fill in the gaps if you really wanted to, so forth. So look at that, blending right in there. And then this is, like I said, the tote. I only pulled some out. There's larger pieces in there. There's a big one, some smaller ones. There's another one that's more like a road continuation with trees along it. Some more plastic form. Sometimes they get a little bit of damage being in here, but there's only just so much space. So you got to do a little repair work sometimes. It's got kind of a nice smell, because if you've ever smelled like the tree lichen you get for the, like I said, the train companies, it's got kind of an interesting little scent to it. Alrighty, that's a look at some more movable terrain pieces, more of the woodland variety. Until next time, more World War II 1/72 scale. Thank you for watching, everybody.